here today at Frazer, and we're wrapping up our quick response vehicle doing our final. And one of the things that's important in building this vehicle is that we identified that we had a lot of fatality accidents and accidents that we would respond to in our area. And so it was important that we had a vehicle that could not just carry the supervisor, but also additional medications for mass casualties, and of course also to be able to respond to oil and gas fires or any type of fire, and also provide rehab services to our firefighting personnel and our EMS providers.
So on the front of it, we have a F550 chassis, all-wheel drive. Inside, we elected to go with the Safety Vision 360-degree camera view. So we have cameras in front of the truck, on either side of the truck, and to the rear of the truck, all available for view by the driver and the operator of the vehicle. You can see this camera actually gives us almost a 180-degree view of the side of this truck. So if anybody's around the truck, if I'm in motion in the truck, I can see what's around me, even in my blind spots that my mirrors don't cover. So that gives us a really nice view, enhances the safety in and around the vehicle. We have a Knox box, narcotics safe. From time to time, we'll have to resupply outlying units, outlying stations as part of our job as EMS lieutenants. We also carry a full complement of ACLS drugs, medications. We also carry a full complement of narcotics on our EMS lieutenants. So if all of our units are tied up on EMS calls, we can first respond on a truck with a fully capable complement of medications. Down here, we have our storage for med bags, jump bags, cardiac monitor will go here. Moving to the bed of the vehicle, I'm gonna start at the bottom here. Right down here, we have 2 oxygen ports. Those will feed an oxygen manifold. There's 2 on each side of the vehicle. So those will feed a manifold of flow meters. We can set up away from the vehicle on either side. That way we're getting away from any type of carbon monoxide that may be wafting off the unit. But we can get those out away from the vehicle, rehab firefighters. We can also utilize those for mass casualty incidents. Moving back real quick with the oxygen system. So feeding those ports, we have 3 H cylinders here. Each one of these will slide out and fold down for ease of access and switching bottles out. I'm gonna move back up to the front here, talking about a transverse compartment. So we have a lot of on-highway and roadside calls in West Texas. So we end up on the side of the highway a lot. One of the features of this truck is we have a transverse compartment. This slide out will slide out on either side of the truck. So we can have all of our equipment within arm's reach in the safest area possible, whether we're on the right side of the road, the left side of the road, doesn't matter. We can do what's safe for us. So that's a huge advantage of these transverse compartments. Moving back a little further, we have our Engel refrigerator freezer here. We went with this larger sized Engel refrigerator because it can hold up to 100 bottles of water in here. So in with that, we can supply our firefighters that we're supporting plenty of liquids to rehab. So there's 120 volt receptacles, 2 of those, to support whatever needs we need as far as off of our generator power on this side of the truck. So whatever we need to plug in with 110 volts, we can do that. We have 2 outlets on the back of the truck, then we have one outlet on either side of the truck. So coming further back, again on the opposite side, on the passenger side of this middle compartment, we have 2 SCBA brackets. So this will be a 2-man response unit. So we'll have 2 SCBAs here. This is not, again, this is an EMS unit. This is not, these SCBAs are not for firefighting. In West Texas, we have a lot of oil and gas production and exploration. In with that comes unique hazards such as poison gas, hydrogen sulfide or H2S gas. Being able to self-rescue is important for us if we end up in an environment where we need to get out of. So we also have the SCBA brackets on either side here for 2 SCBAs.
Ultimately, we selected Frazer to build our quick response vehicle. It allows us to mass rehab a numerous amount of firemen and paramedics and the public. You know, we're an hour and a half to 2 hours away from help, so we have to be self-sufficient out in the very rural environment. So that covers our rehab portion. It also has some retractable awnings. That way we can project those out. We can rehab our firemen under there. So this awning extends out 8 feet. As I mentioned before, it will allow us to rehab. In addition, we can open up our rear compartment, you know, so if we need to run a command post from back here, we'll have that ability as well in the shade. It also has LED lighting, so it gives good ground lighting in the evening hours. So this light tower that we're pulling up now gives us a significant amount of lighting and really a 360-degree view around the apparatus. Again, we're in West Texas. The stars are beautiful out in West Texas, but it's very dark. So the light tower allows us to illuminate accidents on the highways, the interstate, or in our oil and gas fields that we do a significant amount of work in. In addition to the light tower on the top of the unit, we also have a boat rack that folds up. We have a Zodiac boat. We do live in West Texas, and you would think we live in the desert. You know, there's not a lot of rain, but in the last year we've had 6 swiftwater rescues. So having this addition of the boat rack is one of the ideas that we got from Washington County EMS that also has the UCV. We'll be able to put the boat up there and be able to deploy it rapidly to different flooding events around the county.
Once again, really excited to work with Frazer in putting this together. The important part is what it's going to do to serve and protect the Reeves County community, its residents, and also our first responders.